Attorney Sharp Raleigh, and we're going to discuss about something which I get as a very frequently asked question is, can I move straight from a student visa to a green card? Well, the question is yes, depending what kind of green card we are talking about here and which country where you're born in. First of all, I am on the page of the labor certification, but before I even go there are many ways to get a green card in the United States, and the ways are varies depending on your situation. First of all, if you want to move, the student visa doesn't prevent you to move to a green card through either marriage to a US citizen or filing under certain categories of employment, for example, like EB1A, EB1B, or even EB1C, if you qualify, of course, and I have videos how you should qualify on each of them. I will put the links below. And the big question is that the EB2 part, where you have to do what we call a labor certification, and we have an article on the steps how to prepare the labor certification, and the steps of going to the Department of Labor, obtaining the prevailing wage, of course, placing the recruitment, and also basically dealing with the resumes. And if you qualify, ultimately the labor certification will be approved by the perm labor certification will be approved by the Department of Labor, and you file the I-140. But this is where it becomes a problem when you reach the I-140 level. If you are from a country where the visa bulletin, and you can check the visa bulletin by googling the visa bulletin, and the visa bulletin, for example, for most countries in the world is pretty much kind of current when it comes to EB2. And here I'm on the visa bulletin website. As you can see here, this is what really controls your time when you will get your green card. And now we're going to discuss more in terms of employment base. So if you qualify under the EB1, for example, here, and I'm not, visa bulletin now is divided in two parts. One is the acceptance and one is the processing time, but I'm going to focus on the processing time to explain my position. So the question again is, can I move from a student visa F1 directly to a green card? And again, the answer is yes. But there's a risk, and I'm going to talk about this risk in a minute. But first of all, if you're an EB1A and you qualify under EB1A, there's no risk, because the idea is if you file the EB1A even before the I-140 is approved, you're eligible to file for the adjustment of status, and you can quickly just shift to adjustment of status and work under EAD, and you don't have to worry about the student visa. Now, if you are not qualifying under any EB1 categories, which is not correct, and you are from a country like India or China, then it becomes a problem, because when you reach the I-140 level, even after the labor certification is done, as you know, there are 3 steps to get the green card. First step is the Department of Labor perm labor certification. Second is the I-140, and the third is the I-45. When you reach that stage, the problem will be is if your dates are not correct. Like here you see for China, EB2 is 2012, India 2008, and even down here when you look at it is 2009 and 2013. That means you're not eligible to file for the adjustment of status. And what happens next, your student visa might be in jeopardy. I say might be because there's a chance they might not do anything to it. But technically, once you have an immigrant intent under Immigration Nationality Act 214, you pretty much are now not eligible to renew that student visa, and the student visa can be terminated. I repeat that. So the problem is not the green card itself. The problem is the non-immigrant visa that is attached to the green card. So this is where a good lawyer needs to assess this before just asking you to file. The same rule will apply on other non-immigrant visas, just like the TN visa, just like the B1, B2 visas. If the dates are correct and you file, then there's no risk, because you will be moving yourself to what we call a period of stay authorized by the Attorney General. So now the biggest question, to answer the question, yes, you can move straight from a student visa to a green card. You don't have to go through the process of H1B. And many people have asked me this question, especially had questions from people from Bangladesh, from Egypt, from South America, certain countries in South America, not Mexico, but even Mexicans, they can do that if they qualify under the EB2, and we have a video how you qualify yourself under the EB2. So if you do qualify, you can jump straight from the student visa to the green card. Having said that, if you when you're applying for your student visa, if you have that intent, then you will be in violation of the intent on the student visa, which is a non-immigrant intent visa. That means it's not a dual intent like an H1B or an H4 or an O visa. So be very careful. But to answer your question, simple, if you are born in other countries than India, Mexico, even Mexico, you might be okay. If you're born in countries from outside India, outside China, yes, you might be able to jump directly to the green card without having to move to H1B and things like that. Having said that, it's a very delicate operation, so I highly recommend having a lawyer who's experienced in working with such cases. I've done similar cases in the past. Just to let you know, you don't even need to be on a visa here to file for the labor certification. You can be sitting in India, or not India, because India is a long waiting time, but you can do it from India too. I've done cases recently where someone who's in Thailand, born in Thailand, that he's in their country, they were not making it on the lottery of the H1B, so we filed a straight green card, the labor got approved, the I-140 got approved, and ultimately now that person is coming through the National Visa Center processing. So the short answer, you can move from a student visa to a green card, but it's a case-by-case basis. So please contact an attorney to help, an attorney who's experienced how to do that. We have done many cases like those, and we will be glad to help you. And anything I told you today, ladies and gentlemen, is for educational purposes only. You should not act or refrain to act solely on the information provided. You should contact an attorney for a consultation before you make any decision. Good luck to you. We wish you all the best. And for all the students out there preparing for H1B, good luck.